In Europe, failure is often seen as, well, failure. But in Silicon Valley, failure is often seen as success, as entrepreneurs can learn from their mistakes. Hermione Way here from The Next Web, and I'm here with the executive producer of FailCon. This is Cass Phillips. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing today?
Good. Now, congratulations on FailCon. I hear you're expanding all over the world.
We are trying to. We just had one in Paris last month, and we're in talks with people in Chile, London, Berlin, and Milan so far.
Now, for anyone that doesn't know, just explain what FailCon is.
Sure. So FailCon is a one-day conference for startups to learn from the common mistakes that successful founders and investors have made so that they don't make those same mistakes and those same failures on their own companies.
And how did you come about with the idea and set it up?
Sure. So I've been doing startup events for the last about 4.5 years now. 2 years before this, I was working on social networking events, and I was attending my own events while building my own startup and sitting there listening and thinking none of this was really applicable to what I was doing. It was really inspiring to hear from these really successful speakers about their stories, but I couldn't actually leave the conference and apply that information to my startup today. And I wanted to hear what they did wrong in their startups, because that's something that I could actually learn from it, something that I could go back to my team and say, let's not do these 3 things, and hopefully kind of shorten all of our production time by learning that.
Now, Brian, have you ever failed?
Plenty of times. There are very few people who go through life without any failures, and if they do, they're just so insulated and didn't try anything. I mean, the ones who hit the ball out of the park, the really successful folks, are doing things that no one really knows if you can do. So I don't mind failing as long as I have successes. If I was all failing, that would really just be a drag. But the trick is to take ambitious enough shots that there's a good chance you'll win, but there's also a good chance you'll fail. And then when you do, recognize it, treat everyone well along the way, because, if you treat people badly and fail, it really comes back to you.
I also want to see who wants to learn how to fail with your business model. We should be seeing everyone's hand. Amazing.
I'm co-founder of Udemy, which stands for the Academy of You, and basically we're an online website where anyone can teach over the internet and anyone can come learn from the leading experts in the world. And recently we just closed our $3 million Series A financing. We tried a lot of different tactics, and at the end of the day, I think got a lot of users who weren't very useful, and finally we were able to hit our nail on the head and actually get some traction in a business that matters. So we actually now have instructors who are making $5,000, $10,000 a month. We have multiple instructors doing that. We have one instructor who's done over $100,000, and I think she's nearing $200,000 right now.
What's her course?
She teaches how to build iPhone applications. When we finally raised our $1 million seed round, each of us had at least a couple $1,000s in debt and no money in the bank.